Laos is a landlocked country in continental Southeast Asia with an area of 236,800 kilometers. Laos is home to diverse ecosystems that support a variety of livelihoods. Ot lam is a local Dong Prabang dish. Corn smoked meat is stewed with eggplant and other vegetables. It has a distinct peppery taste which comes from sakan. Sakan is a climbing plant and is an essential ingredient to ot lam. Sakan is readily found in town markets, but it comes from forests far away. Sakan grows only in deep forests that have been untouched by humans for decades. A townsperson will take half a day to walk a path that someone living in the mountains can walk in 1 hour. In recent years, it has become necessary to travel increasing distances to find forests where sakan still grows. There are attempts to cultivate sakan, but commercial viability is far from being realized. One reason for diminishing natural forests is the expansion of rubber and other commercial plantations. In artificial forests, use of herbicides is increasing.
ที่ฮัสสาตัวนี้เรามันเขตป่าดงที่มีสะพานนี่คนห้ามบ่ให้จุดป่ายามเด็ดขาดบ่ให้ทานฮัสสาตัวนี้ไว้เพื่อรู้เพื่อล้านเพื่อพี่ๆน้องๆคันผู้ใดไปทานต้นไม้หรือว่าต้นไม้ที่สำคัญหรือว่ามีสำคัญขึ้นนี่มันต้องถือปานมา
Without deep forest, Luang Prabang's local cuisines will be lost. Forests are burnt to clear land for fields. People have lived this way for generations. People worship the spirits of the land before clearing land for farming. Villagers always ask the spirits for permissions to do so.
เพ่งเนี่ยก็เนี่ยเรียกกองไหวคือจะเลืองง้อเลืองก้อยแอนง้อป้อยคิดข้าวอยู่กลางทุ่งที่โพตัวคนนี้มาครับเนี่ยมาครับมาขี่คนขี่บุปผากลางของพี่ตัวกันนี่เอ็ดเนี่ยก็งับกันหูทำในหูทำพี่มาคักบางแน่มาคักบักกี้กันจะเลืองง้อเลืองก้อยเลยข้าวกินกลางทุ่ง
Udomsai province of northern Laos, the mountainous terrain does not allow for cultivation of paddy fields. The Khmu people have developed sweetened agricultural techniques and have lived on this land by growing rice. Each year, the elders of the village choose which forest should be cleared. Only areas where forests have regenerated for at least 7 years are chosen. Local people do not differentiate between forest and fields. They only refer to the land as young forest and old forest. In Sweden agriculture, various crops are grown together. People have maintained a diverse seed supply. In some upland Lao villages, one household could grow up to 15 varieties of rice.
ใส่ก็เฮ็ดละลาบ่เลือกผู้หญิงเลือกเยอะผู้หญิงใส่อันนี้ก็ตืบ
งอตืบนี่เอาใส่ไผ
ใส่มันปลาแก
เอาใส่ปลาแก อันนี้งอเมื่อนี่
ที่เหมือนว่ายิ้มเสียน่ะต้องเพียง
อ๋อให้ตรงเพียงให้ตรงเพียงเนาะอันนี้
ทั้งเพียง
อันนี้นี่งอเมื่อ
อัน
นี่
นี้มันเสียปลาเลาง
อเมื่อนี่
เงาะมือปุ้ยเสียปลาเลา
อ๋อ
Many people associate thrash and burn practices with forest destructions, giving Sweden agriculture a bad reputation. In traditional Sweden agriculture, however, tree growth is observed and land is carefully selected. People living in the mountains request permissions from the spirits to borrow the land. When the harvest is done, they return it. After harvest, fields are left fallow for forest to regenerate. In these secondary forests, new ecosystems are born. Many different types of mushrooms and mountain vegetables can be found in young forests of 2 to 3 years. In this way, nature absorbs the impacts of human interference and the forest regenerate in abundance. But political and social developments are bringing change to the forests of Laos. In recent years, the population in mountainous regions increased and more land was cleared. In addition, the government's policies have been problematic. Land management has been inappropriately uniform across various landscapes and neglecting unique local circumstances. People have also been relocated to make way for development. As a result of these policies, less land is available for Sweden, making it increasingly difficult to leave fields fallow long enough for soil regeneration. Savannakhet province of central Laos, forests believed to be protected by certain spirits are called Mahesak forest. In Mahesak forest, hunting monkeys and other animals is strictly prohibited. Cutting down large trees is also taboo. It is believed that violating these customs brings misfortune not only to the culprit but to the entire village.
แต่กูมือนี่ก็ยังมีอยู่ถ้าเฮาเฮ็ดผิดกองนี่ก็เห็นตัวจริงตายจนเจียแม่งัวแม่ควายพุ่นแหละปัจจุบันนี้ก็พวกเขาจึงได้นับถือต่อมาเท่าปานนี้แหละเป็นหยังเฮ็ดได้สบายถ้าบ่บอกเลยแม่นเห็นกับตาโลดแหละ
The spirit forests are now designated protected forest. The fear-inspiring Mahesak forest are also providers of many blessings. Forest honey is an important source of income in the dry seasons. People find beehives high up in trees and take the honey. They are skilled in chasing the bees away, so that the bees will build new nests. Resin called Namanyang, resin from dry dipterocarp forest trees, is used as fuel for torches. Torches are no longer used for light. They are used for starting cooking fires. Even today, leaves from trees are bundled together into the shape of a torch and sold in markets. Traditional methods did not kill the trees, only resin is extracted. An entire family will share the same tree, using it carefully and respectfully for generations.
เนาะมันจะอยู่โตงามันจะออกตามหมอเพิ่นเคยเจาะนะเฮาก็หาบอนเหมาะสมคือว่ามันสิมีซีนโปร่งหลายนะเป็นซีนโปร่งอันนี้มันสิเป็นคุ้มเก่าตะกี้อันนี้ก็สิแม่นคุ้มเก่าเฮาสิมาหาแต่ว่าอันทั้งลุมมันนี่เฮาเจาะแล้วเฮาต้องยับขึ้นเทิงได้เฮาต้องยับขึ้นคันเฮาสิเจาะตัวมันเฮาต้องยับขึ้นยับหาบอนมันมีซีนว่าสิคะบอนมันซีนมันยังดี
อันนี้ก็แม่นคุ้มเก่าบ่นี่แม่
อันนี้ก็คุ้มเก่าคุ้มตะกี้พุ่นแล้วอันนี้ก็ดี
หุ้มแล้วนี่เริ่มหุ้มแล้วบ่
เริ่มหุ้มแล้วตัวนี้
Scenery that once spread from northeastern Thailand to northeastern Cambodia is now being lost to afforestation projects and logging of dipterocarp forest trees. Forests have supported human life. People have lived in harmony with the forest, respecting the spirits of the land. But changes in Laos are beginning to change people's relationships with the forest. 70% of Laos was covered by forests in the 1960s. Since 1989, there is less than 50% forest coverage. The Lao government is promoting afforestation. They aim to restore forest coverage to 70% by 2020. Forests that were once farming fields or common lands are now being designated for afforestation. Afforestation is usually assumed to be good, but the selections of land and methods used for afforestation is a serious issue in Southeast Asia. In South Central Laos, a Japanese company is logging natural forests to clear land to grow trees for paper pulp. People's farmlands are also being lost to Vietnamese and Chinese companies investing in rubber plantations.
สาเหตุก็ย้อนว่าบ้านเฮาละบ่ฮู้ว่าทางบริษัทมาดุดดินตอนยาเพราะว่าเฮาอยู่ในพุ่นเฮาบ่เห็นเด้เพราะว่าตามชายทางแล้วเขาก็ลักดุดดินนะลักดุดบัดนี้อำนาจการปกครองก็บ่ฮู้บัดนี้เมืองบ่ฮู้เพิ่นว่าหั่นนะเพิ่นบัดนี้ทางประชาชนหั่นที่เพิ่นอยู่ทงไห้ทงนาเพิ่นเมื่อบอกว่าทางบริษัทมาดุดดินจับดุดแนวใดหั่นนะก็เลยว่าทางองค์การจัดตั้งหันแต่งตั้งทหารกองร้อนหันไปไล่ว่าฉันซะไปห้ามว่าฉันซะ
To make inexpensive manufactured goods, forests in countries like Laos are targeted as production zones. It is not just corporations that do this. Official aids promoting economic development also backs up these destructive trends. The Asian Development Bank, for example, supported eucalyptus plantations for pulp. Since then, there has been an explosive increase in plantation projects throughout Laos. People who lost their farmland are now struggling to make a living by working on plantations. They are paid about $3 a day. Work is irregular, and there is no guarantee of future employment. Shockingly, companies engaging in plantation forests pay as little as a few dollars per hectare in rent. When natural forests are replaced by artificial forests, habitats are destroyed, and many forms of life are lost. Local people also lost the forest products they once used. People's respect for nature and the spirits have protected the forest of Laos.
เมื่อมันหล่นลงมาแล้วในฤดูฝนเวลาฝนตกมามันจะเกิดงอกนะปลานี่เกิดเองอยู่ในความอุดมสมบูรณ์ของมันแต่หมากไม้แต่ละชนิดนี่มันจะมันจะงอกงามขึ้น
Forests of Laos have great capacity for generations. Traditional use of the forest has been sustainable. The mass consumption model of industrialized countries has brought plantation forestry to Laos. Since the introductions of such plantations, biodiversity is declining at alarming rates. We must remember that the convenience of short-term use and easy disposal of goods in one country is dependent on the destructions of another country's natural environment, and it has come time for us to seriously reconsider.